Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is Silver Violet Flame and my name is Debs. Today we're going to be talking about allowing success in your life, in your business life, in your personal life, because everything is connected. And if you find that you're successful in general, it's usually a pretty good sign that your belief systems, consciously and subconsciously, are in a good energetic shape. But unfortunately, that's not the case for everybody. Or you may find you're at a certain level in your business or in your life and you can't move beyond that. That may be because you have some self limiting beliefs, could be on an ancestral level, a past life level, or even from childhood, that is keeping you in an area of what your unconscious mind is tries to keep you safe. So you may have had a traumatic event around a certain area that allows you to be opened up to receive. So we're going to have a wee look at what's personal to you. I'll be giving you some downloads and helping you understand what you'll be getting on the webinar. The webinar I have up underneath. It's on the 27th of April. It's a 2-hour webinar and we'll be getting some pretty powerful clearings on it. April is the beginning of the energetic year. So it's the time that you want to be setting those intentions. A lot of people think January is the time to be setting intentions, but really and truly, April is the time. And we have January, February, and March to work on all the stuff that we want to clear out before we really step into what we want to bring forward for the beginning of the year, which is April. So I want you to have a look at right now, even pause the video and grab a piece of paper and a pen and write down, what does success mean to you? Sometimes we can have conflictual beliefs on what success is. The unconscious mind might think it's unsafe, as I said, to be successful. So if you have that belief, I'm going to bring in some downloads to cancel and resolve all of that. Because if you're not energetically aligned with what you want to create, you're not going to be able to create it. And what do I mean by that? Well, there's a whole lot of different reasons. For example, I'll give you a few reasons. One thing might be you have the belief that others are against you, or others are cleverer than you, or I still have to learn more before I'm ready to teach or to give or to grow. And therefore, you're always limiting yourself. You're living in lack and you're waiting. You're in the energy of waiting. I can't grow more because I will become consumed. You may feel, well, if I grow more, I'll be too busy and I won't have enough time to be with my family. But that isn't true, because there are always ways that we can bring in help and we can allocate our time differently. There is always a way, and we need to look at our internal belief systems, our internal energy, as well as our external energy, for everything to flow in alignment with each other. So we also may have the belief that I have to sacrifice something in order to be successful. So it's an either or situation. And we create barriers and beliefs around all of these things. So what we're doing really is closing down the possibilities, because there's always a possibility for more. And it's just our own internal dialogue that is creating the initial blockages, for us to move forward and step into the energy of receiving. So what I want to do now is give you a few downloads just to clear out some energy around the fundamental blocks that I feel many of us have. So let me just go in and tune in to everybody who is here. So anyone who's watching this video, it doesn't matter what time, you're meant to be here and you're meant to be receiving the downloads, okay? So we're going to ask to find all of the beliefs, awarenesses, and conflicts within us. Also, what it is we are avoiding, so we can witness the unconscious mind to unlock what it is hiding from the conscious mind. Okay, so for each one of you, that's individual. Creator of all that is, it is commanded that all of the unconscious blocks or energies that my collective are unaware of, maybe bring them to the forefront of their conscious mind so that they can step into awareness and healing and resolving. So I'm just going to go in, cancel, resolve all of those. And some of them you may not be aware of at this time, and it may be just days after this clearing that you become aware of them. You know, and spirit works in different ways for all of us. So just keep that in mind. So what is the motivation causing you to avoid success? So let's ask the conscious mind that. So what kind of motivations are you using? I'll give you an example from myself. So it came to my awareness that I was actually fearing success. So then I had to go deep down and try to understand why I was fearing success. So a past life came forward just through awareness, through my guides, through getting validations, through different little things, symbols, and generally work that I was doing for other people, that this one thing kept coming up, and I thought there's something in this, and that's the way spirit works. It will work with you that way. It will give you repetitive signs, and it will make you go, right, there's a reason why I'm saying that all the time. So I became aware of this past life, and it was around wisdom and around persecution. So when I looked into it further, I found out that I had been persecuted for bringing forth my teachings, which were full of wisdom, which were healing people, and which were a perceived threat back in that time where nothing like that was happening. And essentially, punishments were brought forward. So obviously that was a very traumatic event for me in that lifetime, and it wasn't resolved in that lifetime. So what I decided to do was actually bring it into this lifetime to resolve. So looking back into the past, I'm just telling you this as my story so that you can be aware of what may come forward for you. It may not be a past life. It may be something on an ancestral line that you'll find out from your family if there's a history of a certain thing, you know, down the family line. Or it may just be something from your immediate nuclear family around wealth and receiving and who should receive and who shouldn't receive. But this is what came up for me. And so when I had that knowledge, I was able to go deeper down underneath it, which is what we're going to be doing on this course, because everybody's different. But we're all the same at the same time. It's just that our experiences are different, but all of the clearings, they come down to the same thing. So when I'm giving downloads and clearings to one of you, those of you who need that will be, and you say yes, you will be receiving the clearing as well, because your subconscious mind, your conscious mind will work together to start to eliminate what it is that you need and what you don't need. So back to me, what I done was I dug a little bit deeper. I have my own tools. I pulled my tarot cards, and I began to understand that I had a fear of being seen, and I overcame that. And then I had a fear of success, because then I had to look into, well, what does success mean to me? Because I didn't really have a clear view of what it was. So if you don't have a clear view of exactly how you want to be successful and what that will actually look like in your life, you can't create it, because you're just giving this haze out into the universe, and the universe needs clarity, and it needs you to actually feel and drop down into your heart and actually feel that thing that you want to create. It's like the law of attraction. You have to feel it, you have to believe it, and you have to actually feel it to put it out there and to receive it back. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going on a journey of discovery, and it's going to be very exciting and individual to everybody. And we're going to cancel, resolve, and dissolve from the source point all of those belief systems and those past lives and those ancestral beliefs or childhood beliefs that we uncover that are holding you back and stopping you from receiving and being successful as well. So the source energy that we connect to is creator of all it is. It is the energy of yourself. It is that divine spark that we are all here and part of. We're all connected. So what I do is go up in a very short theta meditation. I can do that within less than 30 seconds. I connect on the theta brainwave, and I bring the downloads in to me, and I ask that they're downloaded into you. So I'm trying to think of anything else I can explain to you about theta healing. If you have any questions, just put them in the comment section and I'll be happy to answer them for you. So yes, so just to explain a wee bit more about the theta brainwave. So the theta brainwave is the God wave. It is the healing wave. It is manifesting wave. It's the wave that you were born into, and it's just with all of the dynamics of the family life and the earthly life and doctrines that we start to lose that deep connection that we had, what we were born with, unless we're born into a family who is having a high understanding of what it is to be connected on that deep level and keep in that energy of love, that love energy. Because basically that's what it is. It's the love that is healing. It's love heals all. So when we're connecting to the theta brainwave, we're connecting to the love energy, which of course is the God energy, the manifesting energy, the energy of law and attraction, of all the laws. And it just brings to you what is yours. You're not asking for anything that you're not worthy of. And talking about unworthiness, a lot of these belief systems that we hold on to are tied in with feeling that you are unworthy and that you're not deserving of receiving, or you're not deserving of being successful. So what you really need to do is ask yourself, what are the frequencies within you that you're holding? And if they're not the frequencies of joy and passion and love and freedom and lightness and connection, then you're not going to feel fulfilled, because that is the essence of who you are. So if you're in a job or anywhere in your life where you're feeling in a heavy energy and you're feeling well, I've got this, but I haven't got that, and something has to give, and all this kind of, overcompensating and making excuses, and well, that's not going to happen to me. It's all not true. These are just safety mechanisms that we put in place because we think that we're not safe. We think that we're undeserving. We think that we're unworthy. And we think all these things are for someone else and they're not for us. So we're going to go in underneath all of that, and we're going to cancel, clear, delete, remove, replace with what's the truth of who you are, the truth of what these beliefs are, the truth of where they came from. Then we're going to witness them moving out, and then we're going to bring in the energy of unconditional love into all those spaces where they were. Because in order to receive the new downloads, you have to make room for them. And when they move out, that can create a large void within our energetic system. So what we do is we bring in the pink light of love, unconditional love, and that stays there. And then that allows the new energies to come in, and then we can start to neutralize the density and go into transmutation and all the lovely things that come after that. So let's give a few downloads now. Here of all it is commanded. That the truth of all the limitations and that the possibilities are there for you is downloaded into each and every one of you. And let's clear out any limitations or perceived limitations that are ready to go at this time from the source point. Cancel, resolve, dissolve. Just allow them to move out into the higher realms. You can just witness the energy going out through the crown chakra if it helps you. Okay. So obviously, when we're doing that at this time where I'm sitting in front of you, we're obviously not going very deep underneath it, but it means that you're setting the intention that you want to do this and you want to work on yourself. And it's like when I put up a webinar like this, as soon as you go in and book it, the energy starts to move because Spirit witnesses the action you have taken, and it starts to create the healings before you even come to the webinar. I have witnessed this so many times, and I'm sure many of you have too. You'll notice your stuff coming up, and you'll notice these little awarenesses, and you'll think to yourself, well, now there's a reason why I keep seeing that. Perhaps you keep seeing a number. Perhaps you keep getting the same comments coming forward to you, or you keep hearing the same conversation many, many ways. So I always find also when I bring a group of people together that there's always a theme that's similar with all of the group, and that means that the group is in alignment to receive the healings. And another thing Spirit will do is if they feel there's anybody, who isn't ready, or, they will work through all that as well. But they will do it in such a beautiful way. They're always looking after us. What did I want to tell you more about it then? What was it? Oh yes, the other thing I wanted to talk about was releasing expectations on yourself. So placing too much pressure or expectation on yourself, in your business, that creates restrictions because your business and your family life, whatever it is you want success in, it is an energy. So you can treat that as a consciousness of zone. And you can start to look at it from the outside in rather as being confined, when you're actually in it and you feel like you're not really aware because you are part of it. So a good thing I like to teach people is just sit down and close your eyes for a few minutes and take a snapshot of your business or your family dynamic, whatever it is, and see it like you're on the outside looking in, and just become aware of all those little places where you feel you would like to change things and where you know that you can actually receive and become more efficient and become more successful. So I feel that's a wonderful tool that people can use, um, because again, you're letting the universe know that this is what I want, this is what I don't want. You know, the universe, it doesn't stop to figure out, well, she really wants that, she really wants that. She doesn't want that, she doesn't want that. If you're being, we'll just see what comes along, just trot along. It doesn't work. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get energies from everywhere. So the truth is, get clear, make a list. This is what I want. This is what I don't want. That's the initial stages that we're going to be going through. So I would say to you before you even come on the webinar, do that. Because when we start to clear out your self-limiting beliefs, that's what we're going to be moving into. Okay? So these 3 days, the last 3 days of March, are so powerful. We are in like a portal before we go into April, because it's the final 3 days, and this is backed up by what's going on with the planets as well, are a potent energy in order to come out of victimhood and step into your power, okay? Fully into your power. If you have been feeling or living in lack and limitation, and you may say to yourself, well, I'm trying, I don't have a lack mindset, I'm not living in limitation, I'm doing my best. But the truth of it is, you may not even be aware of that you are actually limiting yourself, because your unconscious mind all the time is holding on to these beliefs that keep you in a loop. So if you see that you're only getting so far and you're not up leveling all the time, well, that's an indication to you that you need to really look at what's underneath, what it is that's keeping you stuck in that place. So moving out of victimhood and moving into self-mastery, this is the time to do it, guys. I haven't been on much this week because I've been working on myself. I have learned the importance of this week. This energy shift is the first of any time. Anytime, if you're listening to the like of Pam Gregory, I like to listen to her. She's an astrologist and her knowledge is vast. And she says this energy that she has witnessed in the planets, the alignment, has never been experienced before on the planet. Usually they can go back and compare it, to years past. But this time here, no, it has never been witnessed before. So they're all very excited about it. And they're passing all that knowledge onto us. So I'm stepping into it because I want to learn, I want to grow, I want to work through my internal dialogue. I want to understand why I am limiting myself, where I'm limiting myself, and I want to go in and change that. And I'm sure many of you do. I mean, who doesn't want to do that? So a lot of us may feel insecure. And you may feel I'm not good enough. You may feel that that's not even your energy. What that is a lot of times is projections from other people's energy. And if you're an empath, you can a lot of the times actually hold on to other people's energy, and you may not recognize that it is theirs, and you may take it on yourself. And a lot of times empaths take on other people's energy in order to heal it, especially if it's a close family member like a child or a parent. So let's go in. I'll give you a download on that. So any of you are holding on to energy that is not your energy, let's destroy and uncreate. Resolve and dissolve from the source point on all levels. And let's show you the truth of your energy and help you understand your own energy and how to recognize energy that isn't yours. And can we just disentangle any confusion around energies at the minute that you're holding on to your body? And that's as creator of all that is, to expel the energies that you're holding on to that are unhealthy and that are not for your highest good. If you'd like that, say yes. So finally, let's clear out all comparisons that you've given yourself a window of time in order to be better. Okay, so any of you that have that, just give yourself permission to let that go. Send the energy in. Let's teach you that you are ready, and that any teachings that you may need come to you with the greatest of ease in order to fully step into your mastery, in order to be able to receive and be successful. Cancel, dissolve from the source point. I'm picking up that some of you have some oaths and vows from past lifetimes. Now, some people come in with these oaths and vows in order to work through them in this lifetime. So if they're coming up at the minute, I can go in with your permission, and what we can do is we can ask permission for all karma in regards to oaths and vows to be severed, bringing in Saint Germain and the gold and silver Vala flame to do that. Let's teach your energy that that's in the past. You've learned the lessons and you no longer need to be holding on to any oaths and vows. So there sometimes can be energetic attachments that we keep bringing in to, if you're in a workplace and perhaps you've gone into another workplace, these energetic attachments, they keep within our energetic field. And when we go into the new employment or we go into our own new business, for example, what can happen is we carry it in and it creates that heavy energy, and it just brings that memory to the fore every time we try to be forming an initiative about something, and we don't really need that. So I'm going to go in and ask for that to be cleared out as well. Let's clear that all away. Teach your energy that that's all in the past, that you've been through that experience. Let's cut the cords of the people, the places, the insights and the awarenesses that you have learned the lesson, and let's complete all those lessons for you now. And finally, let's bring in the golden net. So the golden net is the master healer, okay? So it's going into all those places. The energy is ready to go. So just give yourself permission to let any stagnant, stuck energy to go. Just witnessing that for you now. Just witnessing the golden net going up now through your crown chakra into the higher realms. I'm going to bring in the pink light of unconditional love back in through your body, all your 4 lower bodies, and we're going to push it out into your aura and beyond. That's lovely. So what I'm going to teach you in the course is how to actually push your energy out in order to manifest. So we can do that by connecting with the molecules within our system. And what we do is we just go in, drop down into our hearts, because that's where manifestation comes from, as I said at the beginning. And we build up the energy. We focus on what it is we want. We become aware of the room we're in, the street we're in, the town we're in, the country we're in, the world, the universe. We push our energy out and we just see all these threads going out to the people and the places and the insights and the awarenesses, and we send them out. We're clear on what it is that we want, what we want to create for success. We leave them out there, and then we witness them all coming back to us. And that's when we're energetically receiving them. And then, of course, you have to do your part on a physical level. So that's a whole another segment that we'll be getting into on the webinar, because there has to be the internal and the external. But the big part is moving through the internal walls that we create for ourselves in order to keep us safe and in order to stop us from feeling fearful. But really what it is we are fearful because we have created these blocks just to keep us at a lower level, if that makes sense. So that's just a little taster, guys, of what we will be covering on the webinar. The link is up on my Ko-fi shop, and I will be putting it in the description box on this video as well. So any questions, feel free to reach out, and I look forward to seeing you on the webinar. So sending you lots of love and see you next time. Bye.